We literally caught Prakash right in the middle of his meal. So, Prakash, I'm sorry to tell you, but it is time to chat for a moment here at our Credit One Tennis Channel desk. You hanging in there? It's like Mother Nature can't make up her mind.
I had saved this coming to Cincinnati once a year. I promised myself some of the best baby back ribs you'll find. Had the ribs come into set, and the rain delay, it's ruining the tennis. It's ruining ribs day for P. I'm not happy, Dee.
Well, I'm sure Brett and Lindsay up in the booth aren't quite happy as well. They've had to talk over multiple rain delays at this point, so it was time for us to shoulder some of that load. Paula Badosa obviously working her way back into the semifinal against Jess Pegula. But after this one does conclude, we start to see the men in their semifinals as well. Sasha Zverev, the only former champion in the draw, plays Jannik Sinner, and obviously Sinner, #1 player in the world, top seed here, but it's Sasha Zverev that actually leads the head-to-head and has beaten him all 3 times they faced on hard courts. So the question to you is he the favorite?
I don't know if he's the favorite, but I tell you what, he sure feels like he's the favorite with that kind of body language. Look how relaxed he looks. I don't necessarily put him as the favorite just because he has that head-to-head record. Jannik Sinner has been a completely different player since the U.S. Open last year. So you still probably put Sinner as the favorite. He's the #1 player in the world. He has been exceptional on hard courts this year. But I do think Sasha has a great shot to be able to come through today. The last time they played, he did beat him. That was at the U.S. Open last year. Really tough 5-setter, as you see right there. Really pushed to the brink. That was a very high-level meeting. And the U.S. Open, again, a fast hard court. Now, Sinner has improved immensely since then. But Sasha, also, he's taken big steps up. He beat Carlos Alcaraz at the Australian Open. He made the final of the French Open. So Sasha Zverev has had one heck of a year also. I just think this court playing exceptionally fast, it favors Zverev. I think Zverev has the edge on the serve. I think they're probably both pretty even in the ground strokes department. Maybe Sinner has a little bit of the edge on movement, but I think you will find Sasha Zverev pressing and coming forward just a little bit more. And again, I think the serve may end up making the difference today.
You were a little bit like Kings Island in that answer, Prakash. You started off by saying that Sinner's the favorite, but you favorite Zverev to win that match.
Well, it's a very complicated, layered situation here. I don't think the head-to-head 4-1 is the reason why Sasha is the favorite. I think you got to lean maybe 60-40 on Sinner being the favorite. That being said, in this particular situation, on this particular court, we've seen how fast it is and how well the fast court players do well on a faster surface. I think that's why Zverev may have the edge today.
Okay, you see the analysis there. It's starting to add up.
No, that made sense. That tracked, Danny. That totally tracked.
Look, Sasha Zverev, one of those players that's still in the hunt for his first ever slam.
Yep.
Do you believe that his moment has passed?
No, I don't think so. I think he's probably the next in line in this group to be able to grab a slam. Sinner got his first one here. Carlos Sinner and Novak are sort of in a league of their own. I put Zverev ahead of Stefanos right now, who has been to the final of a slam. Medvedev, of course, has gotten a slam, so he's out of the conversation as well. But in that next group, Sasha's right there. Again, the biggest issue is beating the best in the world. You can win a lot of tournaments. You can place yourself in the top 10. You can place yourself in the top 5. But 1, can you beat the top few in the world? 2, can you beat them at a slam? Sasha's shown that he can do that. He did beat Sinner at the U.S. Open last year, albeit before Sinner became the Sinner we know now. He beat Carlos Alcaraz in Australia this year, and he made the final of the French. So he's right there. It's a couple more steps to be able to get over the hump.
Well, let's take a look at our next semifinal that we'll see after that one. So our final semifinal of the day, that of course is happening between Frances Tiafoe, the 5th-ranked American, and the 15th seed, and Holger Rune. Frances Tiafoe coming into this tournament, we were questioning where his confidence level would be. If you're his coach, what are you telling him to focus on right now?
Well, this is a sensationally important match for Frances, not just for Frances, for Holger as well. But if I'm his coach, I'm loving what I'm seeing this week. I think he has done a phenomenal job of, 1, playing that aggressive tennis. Every single shot Frances strikes from the baseline, whether he's moving forward or not, he looks like he has the mentality of, okay, I'm looking to come in. I'm looking to come in. Even if he's not coming into the net, just having his body weight moving forward behind every single stroke. If he has to go play a defensive shot, you go play it with the intent of working your way back closer to the baseline, looking for that short ball, That body language forward, I think, is a huge element for him. He's been doing that consistently here. Love the way he did it against Musetti. He kept it up against Hurkacz. It was really unfortunate that Hubie wasn't able to continue. We kind of saw this coming a little bit with all the matches he's played, and that knee, it's a lot of pressure on that knee not having too much time coming back. But even in that match, Frances was a lot of balls back in play, looking to press forward. That's the attitude that he needs. That's what he did so well when he pushed Carlos Alcaraz to 5 sets at Wimbledon this year. That's what he did so well a couple of years ago when he made the semifinals of the US Open. Brilliant forward attacking tennis, but at the right times, mixed in with the right patience. And 2, the biggest element, no downturns. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there of just kind of going on a bit of a walkabout and a bunch of unforced errors coming. From Frances, we need start to finish 100% mental focus. And that is fully in your control. Whatever happens on that side of the net, you can always control how you react to it. Both of those things, he has been doing exceptional this week. That's what I'd like to see from him. Tournament in, tournament out, over the course of 52 weeks.